Hi, Tony. I'm glad you're here.
Well, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
So, I'm sure you signed a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, it took me about 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. The most important part of that paperwork is the confidentiality statement. So anything that you say here in this session and all sessions will be confidential unless I feel you are a threat to yourself or to somebody else. Well, that's really the sessions. I'd like you to know they're typically once a week, anywhere from 45, usually 45, to give me a few minutes for notes and billing time. We can set up the sessions based on your schedule, so we're flexible there.
Do you have anything that's like after 3?
Sure. Yeah, I'm usually here until 5 or 6, so that'll work.
That'd make it easier for me with my work schedule and not trying to take a day off.
Okay. Okay. So you're feeling okay? You're comfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. You want to tell me why you're here?
Let's see. I got in trouble for drunk driving. Stopped and had some beers. After work. And they said I needed to come here.
Okay. Last time, I'm going to talk to camera. We're going to skip ahead, like the assignment says, to actually the theory and the part of the problems, and then skip ahead to what we've been talking about. So, last time you were here, we talked about you taking notes, coping skills. We were coming up with exercises, right? You came up with some ideas to do with your son.
Yeah, he started weightlifting, and I made a deal with him that if he would lift with me, then I would stop smoking.
Mm-hmm. How's that going?
Really well, actually.
So, remember you talked about journaling every time you wanted to smoke. Did you ever get that far?
Yeah, I mean, like the thing I found consistent was in the morning.
Okay.
When I wake up, I always wanted a cigarette. After I eat, that's another time that I don't usually smoke at work, so it's after when I have free time.
So how long did you use this for? Well, a week, because we were just here. You were here last week.
Right.
Okay. So tell me about it.
I think I've had probably 4 cigarettes.
In all week? In the whole week?
In the week, like I said, the morning time is the hardest for me because he's not normally up, so I don't have that support right there.
That's going to be a hard habit, probably to break the morning, but you'll do it. So 4 out of the whole week?
Yeah.
Wow. How's it feel?
Not too bad. I wasn't really a heavy smoker before.
But you should feel breathe better. You should feel it in your lungs physically. And
it's nice to have the time to spend with him and not hear him complain.
Yeah.
Physically, I haven't noticed a whole bunch just because I'm not a heavy smoker. But I have noticed that my teeth are starting to get whiter. So that's a plus.
That's good. So, if you were to view what you wrote down compared to the week before when you first started coming here, what is the difference? Can you see a difference? A big difference?
As far as
your smoking, your progress.
I think just having him as the outlet, kind of like a replacement, I guess. Instead of going to smoke a cigarette, we actually go and lift. And then he's become real conscious of his health and different things. So I kind of help him at the same time that I'm helping myself.
the reason why we were having you write down whenever you wanted to have a cigarette and the feeling associated with it is so we could compare from how much you've actually cut back, so that you can be proud of yourself for that. Because I'm sure you were going through, what, a pack a day, every other day?
About every 3 days I'd go through a pack.
Okay.
So like I said, not a heavy smoker, but enough that...
It's okay. Smoking, period.
Yeah.
So now you're down to 4 cigarettes compared to a pack every few days.
And I think ultimately if I just don't buy a pack, then that'll be eliminated. Because I'm one of those people that if it's there, I'm gonna smoke it. If I don't have one, then I don't have that opportunity.
And then what will you do? Exercise with your son for your coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
Do you think that when you get stressed, another reason why we did the logging on the feelings and stuff, I was wondering if you figured out what was your triggers. Was it stress? Was it emotional? Happy, lows, highs?
I don't know that I really tied it into an emotion as much as that I just didn't have anything else to do. So I mean, sometimes, like when you get out of work, that's an emotion where you want to have a cigarette and let stress go.
Stress, yeah.
As far as the morning, I don't know. I haven't identified that one.
That's probably a habit. Most people smoke when they're stressed out or when they're mad. So yeah.
I mean, other than those two, most of my time wasn't doing anything.
So how do you feel about all this? Are you glad that, because remember when you first came here, you said you didn't think you had a drinking problem and you wasn't sure why you're here.
Yeah, I haven't had anything to drink.
Good.
Which I've kind of tied to, us working out. It doesn't send the right message for me to work out and then drink and smoke. So.
That's good. Well, it sounds like you've got something out of these sessions. If anything, you've cut back on smoking. And that will be up to you if you continue.
Yeah, I think if I just don't buy a pack, I'm going to try that next. And then that way I don't have it there. It's not in excess. I mean, my only worry is if I go have a drink with my friends, that I'll be tempted to have one. So.
Well, this would be killing 2 birds with 1 stone when you think about it. You don't smoke, you don't drink, don't smoke.
Right, and and part of it is just spending more time with my son, and that's the ultimate benefit.
And you'll be alive. You have a lot more years to spend with him if you're not smoking.
That's what he tells me.
So do you have you thought about? Well, you said you thought about. Let's talk about like a relapse plan. But you already said that if you went out with your friends and drank, you'd probably stay away from that for now because you'll be tempted to smoke more. What about if you get really mad one day at work, or do you have a plan of what you could do?
Well, I think just not buying it is the plan. So if I don't have it, then I can't smoke. I can't.
You think that'll be enough? Because you could just run to the gas station and get it.
Yeah, it would be.
That's why I was asking you to write that down and tie it with either an emotion or a trigger or a stress, because there's lots of triggers. And if you had a plan, then you could say, okay, next time I get mad, I'm going to work out right away, or I'm going to go running.
Yeah, I would think I'd just call my son and make plans, and that way that I'm already pushing my mind towards something else.
Right, keep him busy in general.
Because he'll be the first to say, when you get home, and this is what we're going to do. And
Mm-hmm.
like, okay.
That sounds like a good plan. So, I think this is a good session.
Yeah, he's happier.
Mm-hmm.
I think after about a month or so, then I'll start feeling a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'll have had enough time where I've kind of used my coping mechanisms or whatever.
And develop new habits. And maybe your body will start feeling better.
Yeah, so maybe I can do some stretching or something in the morning instead of having a cigarette.
There you go. Well, it sounds like you have some good ideas of what you could do. You can always come back. This is not just our last session, but it's the beginning for you to something, a new lifestyle. So I'm excited for you.
I think that's the key word is lifestyle, just because I'm trying to improve my life. And my son's along with it, so he's pretty much the reason that I've identified for everything.
That's good. Well, I'm always here if you ever, hopefully you don't get into any more trouble, but if you ever just need anyone to talk to, you can come here.
Yeah, hopefully I don't get in trouble again either.
Right. And if you need more help with the smoking or anything, you can come back and we can do a brief check-in or something and go from there. Because they always have support groups too. If you need something more than what you're doing now, we can look into other things.
Yeah, I think part of it is I don't consider myself a heavy smoker, so I don't know if the group would help me. It's more just my own motivation to keep busy.
Yeah.
Break 25 years of smoking.
Yeah. It's about time.
Yeah, that's what my son said.
Well, I am glad that you came in. I'm glad I got to know you. And I'm excited for you and your new lifestyle. I wish you luck.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, you have a good day. Hi. I wanted to explain a little bit on my video. I feel like it went really short. And I think that's because he pretty much, from the week before, he pretty much had his plan all set in stone. And so all we really had to do was an intro, confidentiality. Our theory to the problem that I used was solution-focused therapy, brief therapy. That's the same one that we used last week when we came up with a plan on the smoking. We did a summary of what he learned. We did a relapse prevention, came up with a plan if that happens. And then we did the summary and the closing, and then at the end we talked about how he could come back if he wanted to, and how it wasn't the end, it was just the beginning for him. So I hope I got everything. I feel like I did. It just went faster than I planned, because with him and the smoking, I like the SFBT, which is a solution-focused brief therapy. I think that was the best, because he didn't have a whole lot of feelings and things to talk about besides, because we decided that he didn't have a drinking problem, but while he was here he would like to get help with the smoking. And he did talk about a son, so there were some cognitive parts in there where that would improve with his son too. So I just wanted to explain why that kind of went faster than I expected. And I think it was because we did the solution-focused therapy. Okay, thank you.